What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Welcome to episode number 41, or the 3 in the 3-pack of our triple episode Sunday, the end part of the trifecta. Figure there's only one thing to do. We're going back into the long shot cup, going out. We want that Kazuki Honda. Here we go, first round here against Fiasco Killers. That's his gamer tag. His name is Cougars. He's got some team of the season defenders, a goalkeeper, kind of a nice little squad, and he gets me with the roulette right there. Really bummed that my defender stepped in. I was using left trigger to try to jockey backwards into the side, but Giorgio Chiellini stepped in anyway, and he celebrates like an absolute douchebag, running all the way back to midfield, and there's only one thing we can do about that. A few minutes later in the match, Wesley Sneijder trying to get a cross off, and he's using contain like a champ, which I don't really have a problem with. It's not going to affect me that much, but 28th minute here leaves Giorgio Chiellini for his redemption header wide open just outside the 6-yard box, and we will take that 1-1 action. Moving on here again, Alexander Pato doing some skills, actually gets a nice little bump and gets fouled right there and anywhere around the box. I said this in the previous episode, the part 2. Wesley Sneijder is lethal. He is so lethal. 33rd minute goal, and now we're ahead 2-1. This guy is starting to get frustrated, but we working it all the way out of the back. That's my favorite goal kick right there. All the way to the side. Just chip it up a little bit. Even if there's somebody marking you, you can generally get your defender in good enough position to head it onto the outside midfielder. And there's Sneijder going for a real cheeky chip attempt. And Mara Zarate feeling a bit greedy, wanting to get on the score sheet as Sneijder already was. That's a Sneijder goal though in my mind. That's a brilliant little chip. Not such stellar positioning from Courtois, but we will take the goal nonetheless here onto the 75th minute. We are still going to pour on the pressure on this kid because he was a bit of a douche to us in the beginning, who runs and celebrates all the way to midfield at full sprint. Ah, man, that's one of those things that just drives me nuts. I know I do a bit of a running celebration myself, but Milos Krajic trying to break free here. It makes a nice save, and Maro Zarate, right place, right time again for his second poacher goal of the day. I really don't know if he has the poacher trait, but I would imagine that he does. Because I guess the way that the kind of goals that he scores, try to get a scorpion kick with Alexander Pato, as I still have yet to pop my scorpion kick cherry. If you guys don't know what I mean, I've never scored a scorpion kick on FIFA Ultimate Team, so I keep going for him, and still no such luck. I know I believe it's got to hold left trigger and tab B furiously, but if I am wrong, somebody please let me know, as I would love to be doing it properly. I can't say I've looked up a tutorial on how to do it. I just hear the whispers and I try to listen as best that I can. So 5-1 victory in the first round, moving on to the second round right away. I've had a few comments. I briefly scanned through them, haven't been able to scan through all of them, but the support on the first episode of this today has been just absolutely crazy. Thank you guys so much for that. I am so thankful that I've got subs that appreciate going for the the trifecta, and that you guys want to support me. It's so good. Anyways, this guy has a tank BPL side. 4-3-1-2, as you know, one of the formations that we have struggled with in the past here. But we move Zlatan back into the limelight here. Just thinking that it's about time we might need him, and Zarate thought I might get lucky. I do not. Went for a bit of a snapshot. Do a little bit more work here. Wesley Sneijder, top of the box, but how about that for a left-footed finesse shot from Milos Krajic, the out-of-favor Juventus winger. Likely rumors that he's going to be moving to the BPL somewhere, someplace this year, so I'll be looking forward to actually seeing him back on the pitches when he is up for it. He is a brilliant player. But he scores a nice left-footed finesse shot goal there. I did not know that it was kind of one of those. I was like, all right, I'm in the right place, right time. If I get this right, I will be able to make this finesse shot. Ibra doing a bit of work down the wing right there, trying to get free. And eventually we get Sneijder in right here, and he gets fouled. And there's going to be only one outcome from that foul. He sprints back into the goal as fast as he can, but you can't stop Wesley. You cannot stop Wesley on free kicks. It's going to be such a bummer if and when he does leave the squad, because he has been so very good for us. We might actually have to bring him back eventually if he does leave the squad, but that we will find out at some later point. Nice team goal right there, back across, didn't really have any other option right there, and Ibra beats his defender to the header and puts it away in the 56th to give us, I believe that is a 3-0 lead at this point. just lob one up forward. And anytime you can win the first header off of goal kicks and stuff, you're generally going to get a chance for a bit of a counter. This doesn't turn into a counter, as I have to do a bit of possession retaining, but another opportunity for a header, and Ibra's going to beat that to the near post. Guys, to defend headers, you have to hit, like what I tend to do. I know you use left trigger to jockey, but I tend to hit left trigger, right trigger briefly, then hold left trigger and run at the ball. Like run to it, try to get myself in position to at least get a touch on it when you're defending. If you do not do that, it allows for that to happen more often than not. But just some kind of awkward skill work here from Ibra, and he gets fouled. And it is Wesley time. And there it is from 35 yards out. Curls another one in. That's, I think, 3 free kicks already in this episode of my Path to Power. Wesley Sneijder, take a bow, son. But that's how that one's going to end. Very, very convincing victory, even though that guy had just an absolutely incredible squad, 5-0. And we're still working on that vengeance that was in the first episode of this that you guys saw today. I'm out for blood. I want to win, and I want to win convincingly. So I've sorted out my finishing issues at this point in time, which means all good things. That means Honda is going to be a little bit closer. That means hopefully we're going to get our paws on that Japanese man from CSKA Moscow in the Russian league. And we go on. I think I go out and I buy a squad fitness card, but as many of you guys know, Ultimate Team has been a little bit tough lately with these team training cards. They don't let you play them. It kicks you out. So we briefly have to exit Ultimate Team, go to the web app, make sure that this card gets played on my players. So we are going in final 2 matches. All my players are going to be above 90 fitness for the final. That is the end game, the end goal. You just don't want to leave it to chance that if you're going to be going into extra time with the tournament on the line, you're going to have a player cramping up. There's nothing worse than that. We're keeping Ibra in the lineup after that incredible performance from him last time. Come up against a would-be problem possibly in that 4-1-2-1-2 English side. He's using a Bangalore up front, and that's always kind of one of those like, oh man. He's got that nice low gold rating, and he can be a bit of a handful. He is a very, very pacey player. He doesn't tend to bother me that much. I've got pretty quick center backs myself, but doing some nice work, retaining possession, knocking it around. This guy's obviously getting a bit frustrated. He does want the ball. And eventually we get, I think Arturo Vidal gets a free shot, overlaps a little bit, and we'll take that handball-ish deflection. That's FIFA karma for you, baby. 29th minute, puts it away right into the back of the net. Nice little finish from him there. He is a brilliant, brilliant all-around player. You can play him anywhere in the midfield and just never, ever be disappointed. Really nice pass there from Wesley Sneijder to find Ibrahimovic. Crosses it one time, first time, Mauro Zarate. Gimme some of that counterattack. 75th minute goal. Puts us up 2-0, I believe is where we're at, and we actually swoop one more here. Zarate near post, top net, the best net. 82nd minute goal, and that is a convincing victory, marshalling our way into the finals there. Final score, 3-0, Zarate with the brace, and Arturo Vidal picking up that first goal. That guy was actually a pretty decent player, but like I said, I'm playing pretty well these days. I got to get the out-of-contract Mauro Zarate contract card. We just cannot be having him missing the final. Though we do have Alexander Pato on the bench. Guys, it's... many of you have seen at this point that I don't really use my bench players for the most part, but it's so important to have that extra striker on the bench. Now, whoever that player is for you, let it be, let it be. You can pick whoever you'd like, but for me, it's Pato, a player I can rotate in, a player that's got 5-star skills, can come on, be creative. He's strong with the left trigger, right trigger skill dribble. He's decent in the air. He's a relatively, I guess, strong player in general. We come up against this guy. 4-2-2-2 side, Xavi very out of place there. And we get a corner kick here in the 7th minute. And Big Ibra fighting his way for it. As we mentioned it a couple episodes ago, I think it was on Friday, that since Wesley Sneijder has taken over corner kick duty, I've scored more corner kicks. I think it's probably a combination of having Ibra as well. But scored more corner kicks than I have in a very, very long time. Somehow managed to retain possession in this match. Not my best skill sequence. Trying to fake out the guy, and he eventually gets flustered. Passes it right back to Thiago Silva, who is still sniffing around, poaching around the box after that corner kick. 18th minute goal puts us in the lead 2-0. And he gets a free kick here in the 38th minute. And Rafael van der Vaart, brilliant, brilliant free kick. Kind of makes me want to go out and get the other Dutchman instead of Sneijder and maybe make a BPL-ish side eventually. I don't know. We'll have to see how that one plays out. That is still up in the air for me, but there are quite a few Tottenham players that I do enjoy using on this game. So Rafael van der Vaart is not one that I have actually put in a squad before, but he's containing pretty well. He's using the second man contain. As you can see, he's kind of running around trying to guess where the next pass is going to go, but he does not account for Ibrahimovic and his roulette and crushing finish at the near post. 45th minute goal. Believe that puts us at 3-1 at halftime, and again, one more chance here in the 66th minute. And El Hero Earlia tries to get it through. Wesley Sneijder crushes it right off the crossbar. And there it is. Give me that load bubble. You have had enough. Give me my Honda. We are on our way. We are through. We've got that Kazuki Honda black card, inform card, Dirty Talk Inc. Bringing home players, bringing them back to the club, showing them that they want to be part of that powerful Mannschaft. And we are going to add him to our squad for right now, putting him in Big Wesley's spot. We'll have to get a formation card for Honda, but we are going to go ahead now and sell this entire team. You guys had asked for it. We are going to build that team around Kazuki Honda. So you guys have to leave in the comments below. I want to know which players from the Russian League you might want to see. If you guys wanted me to try to build some sort of crazy hybrid, but leave that in the comments below. I will be sure to check that out. I will try to be responding to as many comments as I can from this point forward, as I'm going to just be watching football probably for the majority of the rest of the day, or probably playing a little FIFA in there. Who am I kidding? Anyways, guys, thank you for your support on this trifecta of uploads, this triple Sunday. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.